Grand rising, or good afternoon, depending upon what time you are listening. Today is Saturday. Happy Saturday. This time space sequence we call January the 18th, 2020. This is Sean Speaks, and I'll be presenting for you the blog post from the website entitled Sabotaging Happiness. Sabotaging Happiness. Our affirmation for today: I embrace my happiness without resistance. I embrace my happiness without resistance. Why is it important to pay attention to yourself, to your thoughts, and to the beliefs that you have unknowingly allowed to sink into your subconscious mind? Because many of us complain about our lives and feel powerless to change our circumstances. Because many of us are driven by unconscious thoughts that cause unproductive action that lead to undesirable results. Many of us are not in great, healthy, and loving relationships because we don't believe we deserve to be in them. Many of us are not financially prosperous because we don't believe we are worthy to have prosperity. Many of us are not living our most healthy, fit life because we don't believe we are worthy to be healthy, happy, and fit. It's time to get to the root of some of our problems. And I don't mind today being the guinea pig and sharing a little more of myself with you. Yesterday, I woke up and went for a short run before having to drive almost to Dallas for court. I felt good that day, but I had overslept, and for some reason I felt tired. Normally I'm up at 4:30 a.m. doing my grand rising routine, which includes some form of meditation. I use the Folk Woman on Anchor.fm, and sometimes I'll use the Calm app. I'll do my grand rising affirmations. I have a focus and attention practice that I do. I do some writing, some silent time. I drink me 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I take a shot of cayenne pepper and water. I have a banana, and I do some kind of exercise of some sort. That's what I call my grand rising routine. After I finished my run yesterday, I came back to the house. I took a cold shower to energize my body to start the day. And then I ate my Dr. Sebi-inspired power breakfast, which includes avocado oil, organic squash, cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, and sliced apples with 32 ounces of water. And then I started my drive out of town for court. Life is great. And even the things that I know that will change eventually don't bother or irritate me right now, because even those things perfectly fit in my life right now. I am what I would call happy. Sean is happy right now. But despite feeling happy, I noticed my thoughts focus on guilt, shame, sickness, death, and pain. I kept thinking that this happiness that I am feeling can't last. I kept feeling a sense of guilt because I was happy. Have you ever felt guilty about being happy and felt like you had to be punished for being happy? Well, that is where my thoughts kept taking me yesterday. But this time I noticed those thoughts. I observed my thinking and I recorded them in my electronic journal entitled, What Am I Learning Today? And it started with a question. Why can't I just feel happy without a sense of guilt or fear about it? And I reflected on the circumstances of my life that day, but I also did a self-reflection over my entire life, and I realized I have always had a guilty feeling about being happy. I could be in a great relationship, and then I would start feeling guilty for being so happy, and then the next thing you know, the relationship is falling apart. Or I could be doing very well financially, and then the next thing I know, money is short for bills that month. Why do guilty feelings come upon me when I am feeling happy or feeling like I'm getting what I want? I explored that question. I'm not even sure if this is true for you. Heck, I didn't even know that it was true for me until I started paying more attention to myself and my thoughts. I am going to share with you what I discovered for myself. Unbeknownst to me, I have always had those thoughts of guilt when I was feeling happy. And those thoughts would cause me to take actions to sabotage the very happiness I was experiencing. So I could then say something like, stuff never works out for me. My happiness never lasts. And this cycle would go on repeat in my life. It was as if something within me didn't deserve to feel continuously happy. But I didn't notice that it was my very belief that was causing the cycle. Have you ever sabotaged your own happiness but didn't know why you did it or that you even did it? Pay attention to your subconscious thoughts and belief patterns because it is your thoughts and beliefs that dictate your actions. It is your subconscious thoughts that dictate your actions to cause you not to have the life you want and cause you not to be in oneness with the life you want to live. You will continuously take action to resist yourself and sabotage the very life you want to live. You will continue to bullshit yourself. I highly recommend you spend time in silent meditation, breath meditation, or something that will allow you to observe your very thought and belief patterns with detached objectivity. Because of my silent time and meditation practice, I was able to be an observer of my guilty thoughts about my current happiness. Instead of being caught up in the psychological drama of my thoughts like I normally would be, I just observed my thoughts with objectivity and distance. As an observer, I could ask myself, why are you feeling guilty about being happy in your life? Why do these guilty feelings come upon you when you are happy? Wouldn't you want you to be happy? This makes no sense for you to sabotage your own happiness. But it does make sense. Most of us have a playlist of subconscious thoughts that are not actually in alignment with what we want or who we really want to be. We have been conditioned to believe and think certain ways. Truth be told, some of us wholeheartedly believe we are wretched souls. When you have been conditioned to believe that what you want is bad or that you are bad, then it makes sense that your dominant subconscious thought patterns will attack your current happiness because your current happiness means you are getting what you want. And that is seen subconsciously as bad. Should a wretched soul be happy? Your thoughts and beliefs dictate your actions whether you believe it or not. You take steps in accordance with your dominating thoughts, even if your dominating thoughts are in your subconscious mind. Who you are and who you think you are is controlled by your actions. And your actions are always dictated by your thinking. Your thinking. And you are either allowing your thinking to be dictated by the thoughts you intentionally think that are in alignment with what you want and who you want to be, or you are allowing your thinking to be dictated by the thoughts and belief systems you were told to think about yourself and others. And only you know if those thoughts have produced the life you really wanted or a life you have just settled for. So for me, I have learned to fight the conditioning that is within my subconscious mind that says to me I don't deserve to be happy, that says to me that I am not worthy to live the life I want, that says to me that I am not worthy of continuous joy, bliss, and happiness, and that says to me that I am supposed to be punished and feel guilt and shame because what I want doesn't align with what someone else says I'm supposed to have. Newsflash, I am not a wretched soul. They don't get to dictate who I am, what I have, and what I want. I am learning to become the conductor of my thoughts. I am becoming the master of my life. And taking the master role means first replacing all those subconscious thoughts embedded in my mind by others that don't serve to produce the life I want and the me I want to be. I basically had to say to myself, who I am is independent of your good opinion. So it is time that I put a new mental playlist on repeat in my subconscious mind about me. I am worthy of the happiness that is in my life. I am worthy of the happiness that is coming into my life right now. I am worthy to create happiness in my life right now, no matter my current situation. So I had to tell myself yesterday, guilt, shame, and punishment, you can no longer retain resonance in my mind, in my heart, or in my belief system about me or you anymore. I get to live the life I want. You get to live the life that you want. I am deserving of the life that I want, and you are deserving of the life you want. And now I get to live in the flow of my life without resisting myself. I trust the process of life to evolve my capacity to experience. And I don't have to fear happiness or loathe unhappiness. I can just allow either to expand my ability to adapt as I create the life I want. Our affirmation for today, I embrace my happiness without resistance. I embrace my happiness without resistance. Thank you so much for listening to the audio blogcast podcast presented to you by freeyourthinkingmind.com. Please go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe and share at FYTM Network. Ashe, free thinkers, ashe. May what you say manifest in your life today and every day. Happy Saturday.